Hello and welcome to Sovereign RPG. I am Sovereign. Today we're back in Myth of Empires for some good news. I'm hoping it's good news because this is from an actual government website, so you have to pay to get access to these. There's talk of the actual courts forcing Snail Games and Wildcard to get rid of the takedown notice, at least for a period of time, so Angela can mount a defense, because they're gonna, if they continue to have the takedown notice, that will cause irreparable harm. Now we will go through the actual case document that was sent to me by Burmy, our resident conspiracy theorist. He's a good guy. He always gives me a lot of information. The guy's digging and digging and digging, and he's keeping me up to date with the stuff that I have no idea what I'm talking about because they're court documents and I'm not a lawyer. But we're going to go through it, and you guys are going to give me your opinions in the comments as to whether I'm wrong, or if I'm just interpreting it wrong, or if I'm right, and if you're happy that this is going to be happening. But it looks like the game will be coming back on Steam fairly soon, which is a good thing because we're starting to get that little dip in player base right now, which is normal for every game that comes out. There's always a little dip in the player base, but without the actual players coming in by buying the game and starting like new characters and filling up the servers, etc., we're having a little bit of trouble keeping. I mean, we're still sitting between 30 and 40k players peak daily, so it's not bad. It's still good. Like, I've never heard of a game keeping up without an influx of new players, so like the game is definitely doing okay. You can sense and see that there are less players on the official servers. There's a lot of people playing on private servers. There'll be some servers that seem a little bit more dead than others. Ours isn't dead. Ours is full. We get queues still. So maybe we're going to move to one of the deader servers to build up, get strong, and then start smashing some people. Now, I've been a bit messed up today because Tokyo has been rehomed. So I've got a bit of a dead face. My throat's a bit thingy because I've been a little bit upset today. But this is good news. Finally, some good news for me and for us, the gamers. So let's go through this document and you guys can give me your opinions on it. So as you can see from this document, the plaintiffs are Suzu, Angela, and Online Game Technology Co. Limited, a Chinese corporation, and Imperium, which is their publisher, another Chinese corporation, versus Snail Games USA Inc. That's the publishing company for Ark Survival Evolved and Wildcard Properties LLC, which is the dev team that made Ark and Atlas. And they're a Florida limited company. Now we're going to go through the actual document. So I'm going to read some of it. There's only 2 pages of the actual document that's the update on them having to do, like, get rid of the takedown. And there is a temporary restraining order on Snail Games that has been put through. So this matter having been open to the Court of Plaintiffs, application for a temporary restraining order in aid of this court's jurisdiction to issue declaratory relief under 28 UAC some random ass symbol 2201, and it appearing that an actual controversy exists between plaintiffs and defendants concerning whether plaintiffs owe defendants a legal duty to refrain from offering or selling a video game entitled Myth of Empires, and it appearing that defendants induce third-party Valve Corp to cease distribution of Myth of Empires based on the disputed claim of legal right, and it further appearing that despite the pendency of this action, defendants have refused to withdraw their takedown demand to Valve, and it further appearing that plaintiffs are likely to succeed on the merits of their claim that this court has jurisdiction to award declaratory relief in this action, and it further appearing that absent a TRO, the plaintiffs will suffer irreparable harm, including loss of any meaningful opportunity to defend their legal interests in this court, and it further appearing that the requested TRO would cause no substantial harm to the defendants, and it further appearing the public interest would be served by a grant of the requested TRO and good cause, otherwise appearing it is hereby ordered the plaintiff's motion for a TRO is granted, and it is further ordered that defendants shall forthwith withdraw the takedown notices. That is to the actual Steam and is to the server host providers. So I am taking this to be that the game will be coming back on Steam because Angela Game needs the money to be able to continue the legal fight. And this judge, by the wording that I've seen on this document, is in favor of Angela Game and Imperium over Snail Game and Wildcard. Now that could just be my brain wanting it to be that way. If I'm wrong in that sense, I'm not saying that the judge is being biased or anything, but it seems like it's erring on the side of Angela Game. Now, this document does have all of the information, including like the notice of claimed infringement that was sent to Valve, all of the reasons why it has Exhibit A and Exhibit B and blah 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 of all the different code that they're trying to say how the courts to find the code that was found to be a copyright infringement claiming, and then all of the sort of lines and of code that are in there to show that they have almost identical things, apart from a few names have been changed across here, like U primal inventory component has changed to UGS inventory component. Now this could just be that this is an industry standard for how they write code for games, because both of the developer of Myth of Empires worked as well on Atlas, so this could be another thing that they have similar, because he could have been doing the coding as well and all this kind of madness. I don't know that. I don't understand a goddamn word of this line of code stuff. It's like way over my head. I can't even do long division anymore. I haven't been to school in like 16 years, so I have no, like, math and coding is way above my pay grade. But if any of you guys do know about this sort of thing and the differences that it could cause, let me know down in the comments. Like, if it's normal to have similar lines of code in a game, I'm pretty sure that's got to be normal, especially when it's made in, like, Arc and Atlas were both based on a standard sort of Unreal Engine baseline game called shootergame.exe. So like it is available to everyone who uses the Unreal Engine, and they can build their game off of that base. It's like it's supposed to be like to help new developers be able to get the baseline involved. So this could be something to do with that, and it could be just that Snail Games and Wildcard are just like throwing shit at a window to see if it sticks, and it worked to slow the momentum at least. But there's all this information we got over here, all these lines of code, etc. If you want to like stop or pause the video to show like if you guys are more versed than I am in this sort of stuff, then please let me know down below. If you want to DM me in Discord to give me more information, I'm interested to learn what this sort of stuff means and all this kind of thing. Look, we've got Nitrado letter here, which they sent the same letter to Nitrado as they sent to Valve to take the game down, with the exhibits and blah blah blah, and this goes on for quite a while for all different things over here. And they have the declaration of service, which I am employed in the county of Los Angeles, state of California. I'm over the age of 18 and I'm not party to this action. My business address is blah 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 blah. Proposed temporary restraining order on the interested parties, blah 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 blah. And this is just the end of the actual document itself. Now this document is available on my Discord if you want to check it out yourselves. I can't post this. I'm not going to post this on in the comments for you guys, because obviously I cannot like get hold of the actual documents online. This has come from a government website in America. So I will put it in the Discord for you guys to come and check it out if you want. It'll be under the important links, or I'll put it under the news on the MOA section of the Discord if you want to check all of this stuff out. Now, all in all, for me, it looks like the game will be coming back on Steam very soon, very shortly, which is a good news for me because I can get more subscribers to the game. I can help a lot of newer players when they get into the game so they don't quit the game, and there's a lot of backlog of content for a lot of other content creators as well, so they'll be able to help us push forward. It's going to help the game push forward. We're going to get new players onto the official servers. We may see an uptake in player base. Now, if I've completely understood this right, and that game is going to be coming back on Steam fairly soon, then that is amazing. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I've just read this wrong, and you guys can let me know down in the actual comments whether this is wrong. But I've spoken to a few people, and they all agree that this is definitely siding on the air of letting the game go back online for Angela Game onto the Steam Valve network, especially since like it seems that Snail Games and Wildcard are not doing what they're not pushing the point. They've just set this all up to stop the game from progressing on the market, and it did its job. They're not trying to push us any further, and now Angela Game is pushing back. Basically, it looks like the judge has told them to just, if you're gonna do something, do it. If not, done. Which, hats off to the judge. He's not going to try and drag this out. Angela Game is probably bleeding money right now along with Imperium, but I don't know their monetary status, so again, that's just my opinion. So anyway, let me know down below if this is good news, bad news, if I'm right, if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. If I'm right, then hallelujah. We're going to have the game back on Steam very soon. I want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like and sub if you do enjoy my Myth of Empires content. There is a Patreon in the Discord if you'd like to support me in the channel. Fly safe and avoid local chat scams.